is upon us. I'm actually really excited about this one, even though it's a bit of a shorter album. And I have an echo because I have the Twitch window in the background. That's smart. So I'm just sending out all the social media, social medias, and yeah, haven't done one of these in a little while, so it's it's just it's going well. Hey Amy, how's it going? It's good to see you here. Whoop. I'm just sending out a million social media links, trying to spread the word, but but you know, that's how it goes. I figured I'd start in 10 minutes or so and listen to the album, and yeah, I don't know, just kind of hanging out. I got my piano up here just for I had initially planned on creating a live set for this album and like trying to do it live on stream. And that didn't really work out, unfortunately. I've never made a live set in Ableton before, so that was problem number one. And the music that is written for this album isn't really designed to be played in a live set, so that was problem number two. So yeah, I do eventually want to create a live set, but it's not going to be included in the album, at least right away. So at a future date when I have a little bit more time to work on it. Otherwise, I've been doing a lot of other stuff lately. I've been working on the how to use FamiTracker videos. I finally posted the first two today, and I have like 6 more to make, but they're going to be a lot shorter. And been working on my game dev thing. I need to start working on a soundtrack for that, which I'm somewhat excited for and a little terrified because I've never made music for my own game before. So, yeah. Yep, just kind of hanging out today, just getting everything in order. I always forget how difficult, or not even difficult, but how time consuming it is to create an album. I have this Trello checklist, and it is, I think, 80 steps for getting everything set up. So it's a bit of a process getting everything going, but I only have 7 or 8 steps left, and most of those happen after I release the album, like updating my webpage and posting the SoundCloud preview. So I have that all set up. I'm gonna post that, and then I'm gonna try to record another how to use FamiTracker thing, and then take it easy for today. I could use a little bit of a break. So, Amy, how have you been today? I don't know if I've asked that yet. I'm wrapped up in my own head. Also, I've been told that you're going to be eating a burrito during the listening party. I hope you enjoy that as well. And yeah, your low poly thing that you made today is really amazing. Like, even though it took all day, it looks really good. Hey, poor Knox, how you doing, buddy? I was very tempted to go out and get a burrito of my own, but I managed to retain self-control, and I just ate a bunch of chips and cookies, which is not any better. Whoop. You did. I'm really glad that you're here too, because I have my little release party going on right now, and the music will start in probably 5 minutes or so. I like starting these a little early just so people can filter in and I can say hi. Like, the fact that anybody showed up like makes me happy, because as always, like, I am slightly scared that I'll do these release parties and nobody will show up and I'll just end up talking to myself for a half hour. So I'm glad people show up. I really appreciate that a lot. But yeah, so the album is only like 20 minutes long. It's a pretty short one, but it's also pretty special to me. It's like I started the process of making this like 10 years ago or more. So yeah, it's good that I'm finally able to share it and I can get it off my list, you know. So just hanging out. Yeah, there's a bit of a story behind this. Elemental actually comes from the four pagan elements, and I'm not really much of a pagan. I was for like a year because I was dating somebody a long time ago, and I found it super interesting, and it was really cool to be a part of that community and just learn more about that. I guess it's a religion. So yeah, that religion, and I had a lot of fun doing that, and it affected me in various ways. But like the four elements, starting at the top is spirit, water, fire, stone, and air. And that makes the pentacle, the star with the center tip pointing upward. And yeah, so it's like I had this idea a long, long time ago, and I made like 2.5 songs for it, and then the girl I was with broke up with me, and then I lost pretty much all interest in working on the album. And then like I still like listening to the songs, and then last year I listened to them again. It's like, you know what? I think I can finally finish this, and so I worked on it over Christmas break, and I finished it. And then I was in talks with some record labels for ambient music, and eventually they said no, which is a bummer, but not really that big of a deal. And so then I was like, okay, well, I'll just put it out in a couple weeks, and that's what I did, and here we are. So yeah, it's been a long road for this one. That's definitely for sure. And yeah, there's a interesting history behind it, and I don't know. I'd be happy to answer any questions regarding it, but too many windows. Close all these windows. They don't have to be up. Oh, I'm not sorry about her breaking up with me, trust me. It was in the long run a very good thing. I definitely moved on from that and became a better person and all that other stuff. So I am definitely not sad. I was at the time, but in the long run, seeing how our lives have diverged and where I am versus where she is, like I'm very happy where I am. So I can't complain. So let's see if I can set this up to play the musics, because it is 2 o'clock where I am. And let's get this party started. Was not very convincing, was it? I'll just use Windows Media Player. Okay. So this, excuse me, I ate like a big cookie right before I started streaming, and that was a really bad idea. So this is an album that I like to call Elemental. It revolves around the 5 primary elements of the pagan religion, and each of those basically signifies, or it's basically following like a thread of life through those 5 elements. And I turn my microphone off while the music is going, and I'll talk in chat a little bit more about it. But I'm really happy with this one, and I'm really glad I'm able to share it with you guys. So, yeah, I'll start the album, and if it's too quiet, just let me know, and I will adjust the volume as appropriate. So, hope you guys like it. I will talk to you when it's done. Like I said, it's about 22 minutes. So, here we go. So yeah, that is the album. It's definitely not as long as some of the other ones I've made recently, but I'm really pleased with it. I'm actually just gonna have it playing again in the background at a low volume. Um, so yeah, I'm happy with it. So as is tradition for doing this, let's see if I can go to this scene. I think everything's all messed up. The chat window's all screwed up. Let me see if I can fix that. Boop. Yeah, there we go. So what I usually do while I'm on stream is I just release my dumb album. So this is my Bandcamp page. Everything's all set up here. And I go into edit. I make sure everything's okay in here, but I don't see why they wouldn't be, because I checked this thing like 1,000 times. And then I hit publish. Bam! It is now on Bandcamp. And you can download it right here. It's always fun to do that. Excuse me. And now that I have another personal release out, I can go into Covered for Cats and or Covered in Cats and start asking for a couple bucks for it, because I always try to keep my newest releases free, because I want people to listen to it more than I want to make money, but I also want to, you know, make a couple bucks. You know, I don't think I can be complained at for that. So yeah. Also, it also incentivizes people to buy my full discography. So it's like you can buy all 17 of my Bandcamp releases for 25 bucks, which I think is pretty fair. Well, yeah, exactly, Pornox. I definitely do love making music, and I've made it for free for most of my life. But at the same time, I also really want to turn this into more of a career. Like, a lot of my current streaming setup that I have right here, I was funded through either album purchases or commissioned work for game developers. And that's super, super huge to me. Like, being able to fund creating more things with you know, either fan purchases or commissioned work, like, that means a whole lot to me. More than I can express, really. And yeah. So that is the album release party. And I'm really glad that you guys were able to hang out and show up. And I know some of you showed up a little bit late. I'm trying to figure out the best time to do these. I did a ton of release parties last year, like 3 in 3 months or something like that, and I got a little better at figuring out the right system. But actually, I can go back to this one now. Boop. And then I have to change my chat again. Oh, that's a real dumb move on my part for doing it this way. There. Not that this is going to be up much longer anyway, but whatever. So yeah, like, I'm really glad that people are able to show up and hang out, and it means a ton to me that, you know, people show up at all. Like, I don't know. I'm still at that point where it's like, well, it's kind of weird that I have people who are interested in what I do, but I know that, you know, making music isn't something that everybody does, and it's kind of a curious thing to watch. And I'm really glad that I can provide that to you guys, especially through Twitch. And Ollie, I do have an email newsletter list. Anybody that oops, it still says I'm on mic mute, which I'm not. Anybody that downloads one of my albums actually gets put on that list. So I try to keep it pretty updated. Yeah, no worries, Furball. I'm glad that you made it at all, and of course, this will all get posted to YouTube. So if you're super interested in listening to the first half, you're welcome to. But I mean, you can also just stream the album on my Bandcamp, and that's basically the same thing without having to listen to me talk. So there's that. Really, Ollie, are you using a different email address for your PayPal? Because I just use the PayPal address because I don't really want to get like super stalkery with it and like look up your normal email address and, you know, being like, hey, interesting. Well, maybe it's getting chucked into your spam folder. Hopefully not. So what I'm doing now, seeing as we're just kind of hanging out and talking, as I'm just going into my SoundCloud and I'm uploading. Oh, shoot, I'm still streaming. I can't do that. Oh, I'm so out of it today. So I'll upload the song to my SoundCloud after I'm done streaming. And then it'll be previewed on there too, just to keep everything in one place. But yeah, I don't really have much else to say. If you guys wanted to ask questions either about this or anything else, I'm more than happy to just chat for a while. Otherwise, my plans for this evening are to make some meatballs for dinner, which will be fun, and hopefully record one or two more sections of the How to Use Famitracker series, because I want to get that recorded and out there before it just sits and languishes on my to-do list, because that'll definitely be one that takes a little while to do. And post to Bandcamp. Check. And then, yep, so the rest of my checklist is like post to Twitter a day after the release. What is my favorite instrument? That's a good question. I really like the piano, which I have a bunch of them in front of me. Like I have one here and I have one here. I think I have like a crappy electric one downstairs somewhere that I got for my 15th birthday or something. I like guitar, but I'm not very good at it. In high school, I actually played the trombone for a long, long time. So I'm actually pretty out of practice with the trombone, but it was one of my favorite instruments at the time. I think right now I'd have to go with piano, though, because I love playing the piano, and it's a lot of fun. Oh, sweet. Somebody left a comment on my How to Use Famitracker video already. That makes me happy. Or is that you? Is that you, Ollie? Or is that
Hello,
whoa,
and welcome.
Nope. Joshua. No, I'll have to look up to that. Piano solo, go. All right, Ollie. Thank you very much for showing up. I really appreciate it. You guys have a good one. Piano solo, go. So if you were part of my last stream on Wednesday, I had mentioned I turned off the playback for the album. I had mentioned that I learned a chord progression from a YouTube video, and and I was just messing around with improvising on that. I don't know. Piano improv is something that I need to work on a little bit more, but it's fun. Anyway, yeah, I think I'm going to end the stream right now. I might pop back on in a little bit, because like I said, I need to start working on the Color Jumper soundtrack, and I do have some ideas for that. But I really want to hammer out this How to Use Famitracker series, not because I think, well, it is important and it's something that I think will help people, but it's also something that I think will get a lot more. All right, Poor Knox, thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it, and I'm glad you like the music. It makes me really happy. Not just because the Famine Tracker videos will be good to help people, but I know that it's a very, very searched thing. Like, people are learning Famine Tracker all the time, and my text-based blog is actually like one of the top hits. And I don't think that a lot of people learn by reading much anymore. Like, they usually use YouTube videos, and I want to just bring that to them, because there is a YouTube series out there for using Famine Tracker, but I found it kind of lacking and basic in some ways. And if I can get a really comprehensive guide out for everything, then all right, Prince, thank you so much for hanging out. Really appreciate it. And I'll see you later. And so yeah, it's just getting the Famine Tracker thing done and just moving on. So looks like people are filtering out, and so I'm probably gonna end the stream. But thank you so much, guys, for hanging out, and I really appreciate it. I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow if you're around. Whoa, I think I turned up my mic too high. I'll see you guys tomorrow, because I'm still gonna do my my stream there too. So I'm just gonna fade out the music, and yeah. All right. You guys have a good afternoon, and I will talk to you later. See ya, Amy. Thank you for swinging by. I really appreciate it.